Good morning. It is the next day. So I have my oven preheating to 500 degrees with my Dutch oven inside. So it is preheating. I guess once it's heated, I have to let it preheat for about an hour. Meantime, I'm going to try to score my bread. So I'm gonna get a piece of parchment paper, put it out here on my cutting board, flip out the bread. We're gonna try and score it. I need a sharp knife. I think I'm gonna try and use this knife. That is one thing I would like to try and find some razors. So I think my jade plant is getting new leaves. Very exciting. Also just gonna turn my jade plant around so that it can start bending the other way towards the sun. Anyways, so here I've got my parchment paper. I do want to go to the dollar store in a little bit, but I think we're gonna wait until, maybe not till the kids are in bed, but I don't know, later when my husband gets home, I might go and just have myself a little moment, because Rowan just had a play date. He had his very first friend come over to his house, so that was very exciting. However, now I'm ready to get into my life routine. So we are gonna go ahead and try to score this. Let's see if we can get something pretty this time.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance.
Oh my god. So that's a process I'm gonna have to change, but here we go. Okay, what I want to try is get that ear that they always talk about. So this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna try this first. This is so not good. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? I really want to get that ear. I want it to friggin' like poof up and crisp up. I just don't think it's going to. I think it's like, I don't know. Like it's flattening out so much I don't even think it's gonna fit in the Dutch oven by the time it's preheated. I think at this point it's a good idea to walk away and see what happens. So we will figure it out when it's time to bake. So I'm gonna let that sit on the counter, come to room temperature, I guess, and then we are going to stick it in the oven when it's preheated for about an hour. So my oven is heated. I just need to turn it off, turn it back on, but only to 450 this time, I guess. It is now lowered to 450. I need to take the Dutch oven out of the oven, put the bread in it, and pray? I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay, see my new handle that I put on top that's oven safe? So I'm gonna take that off for a second, put it over there, and then we take this pancake that has become a nightmare looking loaf of bread. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but dropped that in there. Oh fuck. I'm gonna put the lid back on and stick it in for 25 minutes. Timer set. That piece of shit's in the oven. I am feeling incredibly defeated. I really hope that these videos reach somebody who does make sourdough on a regular basis, and you can maybe give me some tips, tricks, help, something. I don't know. I need a lot. I need help because I really have high hopes for this. I really want this to work. I want sourdough to become a thing in this house, but I can't seem to make it work. And I don't know, like, yes, this is only my second loaf of bread, but at the same time, I'm wasting ingredients, I'm wasting food, and that's not something I'm okay with. My timing's wrong, my technique is wrong, my measurements are wrong, my everything's wrong. I'm just feeling very wrong today. Maybe that's the meds in my head also. Who knows? Because from what I understand, ADHD meds can bring on depression. So cool. I am feeling incredibly defeated when it comes to my website today. I'm supposed to be posting a recipe, but I don't know what to post. I'm stuck with, maybe I'll just post one of my grandma's recipes and go from there. I honestly have no ideas. Also, please cross your fingers for my bread right now. I really, God, I hope it works. I really do. I worked really hard on it, and that's the thing that really pisses me off is I worked so hard on it last night. Like yesterday, I friggin', to take it out and flop it around for 30 seconds every half hour, and then to have it just end up a pancake. I'm not okay with that. Crisis! Wait, is that actually doing something? Wait a minute. Oh my God. Is this actually doing something? Wait a minute. Did that actually look good? It smelled good. Is this a trust the process kind of a day? I think I might be on the cusp of figuring out what I'm making for dinner, and I might be on the cusp of figuring out what it is that everybody's going to eat tonight. And the good news is also that it's going to be a very simple dish, so it might actually end up being pretty good. Interesting. Did that look good though? Did you see that? That kind of looked like it might have been good. Interesting. We'll see, about 15 minutes. My second timer just went off, and I am scared to take it out of the oven, which is ironic because if I leave it in the oven any longer, it might burn. So I obviously have to take it out of the oven, but I don't wanna. My house smells so good right now. I made a simmer pot this morning. I had company coming over, so I made a simmer pot of orange slices, clementines technically, lavender, rosemary, bay leaves, and a cinnamon stick, and it smells so good. It smells so good. It also has brought a lot of calm into my house. I need to stop talking and go get that out of the oven. It's not pretty. It doesn't have the ear. I need to get razors and like to cut, but look at this. It's so pretty. Okay. I'm so scared to be excited about it because what if I cut it open and it's shit? But I'm pretty excited about it. Like, okay, I just have to show you. Look at this. Oh my God. That looks like a real ass loaf of bread. This looks like a real ass loaf of bread. Who fucking made that? Who made that? That was me. Look at this thing. Oh my God. See, this is where I tried to get the ear. It kind of came up a little bit, but I think I have to, maybe I took it out of the fridge too soon or something. I don't know. Like, this is where I tried to do the little leaf cuts. Look, there is little leaves though. Like, look, little leaves. Oh my God. I got a little ear. Look, I got a tiny little ear. Now I have to leave it alone for 2 hours. But I want to cut it open and see what it looks like. But if I don't leave it alone for 2 hours, it's not going to look as good as it's going to look.
Yes, I want it. Whoa.
This one might have actually worked. It's not perfect. I still have some skills to build, but this one might have actually worked. I'm genuinely shocked. What time is it? It is 2 o'clock. So just before dinner, I'll be able to cut this open. Which says, if it's good, it might actually go well with the dinner that I've decided that I'd make it.
You're so pretty. I just want to cut you open. I want to cut you open and see what you look like inside.
Why did I go green?
I'm pretty impressed with myself. I am like, listen, here's the thing. Bread making is a labor of love. It's a trust the process. It is self-doubt. It is all the things. It is slow progress. Look at, what do you think of my loaf of bread this time, bud?
I want to try it.
We gotta wait for it to cool all the way down before I can cut it open. I know, it's hard to wait, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. My sourdough starter I did feed yesterday. I think my whole experiment of leaving less in there and feeding it to a thicker paste did work, because I can actually see like bubbles in there. See that? And I think that's what you want when you have an active starter. Just came upstairs and I just wanted to show you that my daughter's a freaking artist. It's amazing. Look at this thing. Mwah, work of art. So I just harvested a bunch of these herbs. I'm just letting them soak, let all the, you know, bugs that may be on there drown and all the dust come off. And then I'm gonna spin them in here and hang them so they can dry, like these ones I've done previously. Yes, I have a sink full of dishes, just ignore that. Oh, also I have these tomatoes that we pulled out of our garden, so that's pretty exciting. I'm very excited about that. I'm having a little moment here. And I'm having one of those moments that, like, you think about. I'm just cooking some ground beef right now, by the way. Nothing really all that exciting, but this is gonna be going into my very white lady casserole that, you know, I should call it 70s mom casserole, because I'm sure it's exactly what it's going to taste like. So I'm going to turn that off. I really only wanted to cook the ground beef a little bit, but I'm getting incredibly distracted because I'm having one of those moments where I'm looking around and I see herbs drying over here, right? I see herbs drying over here. Or, sorry, I see herbs washing over here from a garden that I planted outside that are going to be hung just like those ones that are hung over there, and that are going to be then crushed down and put into my spice rack that I can use for cooking. And I'm cooking over here, and it's like I have the entire cycle right in front of me happening right now. I also have this loaf of bread that I cannot wait to cut into and see how that turns out. I have an onion I'm about to cook to put into dinner. I'm having one of those moments of, who the fuck do I think I am? I mean, even all my plants on the shelf are growing, and they are growing new leaves, and they are thriving, and they are doing their thing. I was the girl who killed a plant as soon as it looked at me. It died. I was the person who tried to bake muffins. No, sorry, I baked rolls one time, and they could have broken windows. I burned Kraft Dinner and Hamburger Helper. Like the KD, I burned it. How do you burn KD? And then also Hamburger Helper, I couldn't do it. There's no way. I burned that too. I'm about to cut up an onion to put into a dinner that I'm going to add my homegrown seasonings to, beside the loaf of bread that I freaking made that I think is actually going to turn out wonderfully. I'm just having one of those moments. Do you ever have those moments where you're just like, who am I? Where did I come from? And how did I get here? like what happened? Anyways, I'm gonna start dinner. So it's Friday and officially the end of the week, which means I have to stop procrastinating and actually finish everything I said I was going to do this week. Right now we're on our way to the dollar store so that we can get a few things for, hopefully, to make my bread making a little bit easier. That's the plan. So let's go.
Can we do it together?
Sure. So we went to the dollar store to find some things that we might need for baking, for things around the house, and I am doing my best, doing my very best not to buy the bread making kits and stuff that you find on Amazon, because I really want to see if I can do it without spending that kind of money on things that I would also use around the house for other stuff. The one thing I was worried about was finding the blades and stuff for cutting. Hold on a second, buddy. I know, but I think I found some options anyway, so we'll see how that works out. First, we will show you what Rowan chose from the dollar store. He got this Buzz Lightyear game. He's very excited to play with it.
I want to play it now.
Dara got this scratching book. Did you open it up already?
Yeah.
But it's just a black and white book, and then you just kind of scratch it and colors come out from behind it. Rowan also would like to show you this stand that he got. It's to hold his tablet, so it just kind of sits on their couch, or it's a comfy little pillow that you can put your tablet in.
What about these?
Not falling over anymore.
What about these?
These are batteries for my
I didn't know that.
my scales. So my herbs, I'm using twine, and then every time I'm done with them, I have to cut that twine off and throw it out. With the elastic bands, what I'm hoping for is that I can reuse these elastic bands over and over and over and over again. I also use elastic bands a lot for bags that are frozen in my freezer. Like if I only use half a bag of frozen veggies, I can tie it back up with an elastic band. I use elastic bands for everything in my kitchen, and I usually only use the ones that come on the vegetables from the grocery store, but I haven't really had a whole lot of them coming on my vegetables lately, so I don't really have a whole lot of elastic bands left, so elastic bands it is. And these also, so I remembered to get those too. So I found these bowls. They have this really nice pattern on the side of them. They're bamboo fiber material. They feel so nice, and they're really pretty color. I have two beige ones, two, I'd say green or teal, or so I just opened this to help Rowan open his thing. So this is one of the razor blades that I found for my bread journey. Really, you just want a sharp blade, right? So I found a couple of options. So my first option that I thought of was these. Because technically there is a tiny little blade right there. It's sharp, and I guess maybe if I use it with enough confidence, it might work. Who knows? Maybe it'll only be used for tiny little cuts. Yes, it's for eyebrows and mustaches and bikini lines and whatever, but if it's clean, it's for whatever you want it for. And then I bought this. So this is a window scraper, but this is a razor blade right in there. And it has the safety feature, which I like. Plus it comes with...
I can't open this bag. I opened the other bag though.
You did?
Yeah, this one's harder. You're gonna use that again?
That's sharp, why not? It's a very sharp blade. Scraping off paint, adhesives, epoxy, tape. So it was found in like the area of the dollar store where you would get like stuff that you would need for home improvement, home repair and whatnot, right? So it's got this that comes out, and I figure I can just kind of hold it and scrape and do what it is that I need to do for the bread. Plus it's got that safety feature where it goes away. And that is a really hard button to push, so nobody's playing with that. And then it comes with extra razor blades, which I was thinking in my brain that if it doesn't work with the handle, I could always just use these razor blades by hand and just scrape up my bread. That's what I was looking for. Anyway, I also found this. I should have showed you in the package actually. So I found this herb, or herb, however you say, you know, tomato, herb stripper, and an herb cutter all in one. Open that up. It has all these holes here for you to pull the herbs through to get them off of the stem, and pretty decent blade on the end of that. And of course it comes with the protection cover. Last but not least, two more things here. So part of bread making, I needed to put a towel on top of my bowl in order to let it rise. And I also needed to put, like I talked about, I don't know if it'll be this video or the previous video. I'm not sure where I'm cutting the editing. But oh my God, thanks. He's very excited. I think I have to go play a board game with my son in a little bit. But I just want to talk about two things real quick. So first, I got some tea towels. I got these kinds of tea towels that are they're the very like thin material. They're not for drying dishes. They're not for anything else. I got this one too also. It's also a very thin material. This one's a jumbo one apparently. Like it's supposed to be, they're gigantic. I could actually like make an apron out of these freaking things. Like these are huge. So I got 2 of those. But again, very thin material. I got another one this color. And then, oh, I did get a third towel. It was hiding. And I got this one because it was, oh, is this 2? No, this is 1. I got this one because it's green and I like green. So I saw a lot of people say that if you didn't have a bandage-in and the stuff to go in it, that you can use a bowl and a tea towel. But I did notice that their towels are definitely not like the kind of absorbing towel, yes, that you would use for, say, drying dishes or drying the table off or picking up spills or whatever. You want the tea towels that are like this, that are literally like you can get them wet so that they're a little bit moist for rising, but they won't be soaking and dripping. Does that make sense? So I have these that I'm really excited to try out. I saw something that freaked me a little bit. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. So it's Friday. Our day is pretty much done. Nice. Just put it on the board, buddy. I think it goes like that on the board. And yeah, I'm really excited to use all these things now that I have to try and see if it improves my bread making or at least makes it a little bit easier. Obviously, I didn't need to buy, but I am, and I'm going to let you know how they work. And if you decide to join this journey, then I will test them and then you can. And of course, if you want to make your life easier, I'm not telling you not to buy the bread making kit on Amazon. Go for it. Do it. I understand that it makes a lot of people's lives easier. And if that's what you want to do, do it. I don't have a whole lot of space for things. So the stuff that I buy, I need to be able to have multiple uses. I can't just have it. So if I have bowls already that I use for other things and I can use those for my bread making, that's a win in my book. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my ice cream before it melts. I'm gonna put these stickers on these little pucks for Rowan's game, and then we're gonna play the game and see how that works out. It actually looks kind of cute, so we'll see you later.
Try getting that. So I can block your reader.
Oh, it's still in.
You almost went in there to watch it.
Almost. Okay, your turn.
I need this guy now.
Oh. Ah.
I'm gonna block you.
Where? Oh.
3, 2, 1, watch. Oh, you just pushed me.
3.
3, 2, 1.
Do you think Olivia will like this game?
Yeah.
I think she'll have lots of fun.
And it's kind of like the real movie when he makes.
Kind of, because they had to collect all of these fuel cells in the movie, right? In order to get the super fuel to get their rocket to launch again. So it's kind of very similar. So do you want to start from the beginning? We'll start all over again?
Yeah.
Play again? We love to play Dollarama games. We have all kinds of them.
Oopsies.
And I think this is going to be one of our new favorites, right, bud?
Yeah.
I'm excited. All right. Nice. That was a good
That was a good ending.
Yeah.